I'm your host, Dave Thomas, and that guitar is Eric Nash, and this is Pansophical Podcast. Catch up on all our episodes by visiting pansophicalpodcast.com/episodes. We're also on Apple Podcasts and YouTube at Pansophical Podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, because your engagement is the only thing that keeps us on the air. This next series is called Man Up. This is episode number 1. It is gut-wrenching to watch the planet and my place in it decline for 70 years. I saw the Earth before plastic. Growing up as a military brat, we moved so much that by the time I graduated high school, I'd attended 13 different schools. I tried college, but kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I have dyslexia, so teachers back then thought I was lazy. I tried it, but it was a little bit too much indoctrination. It was a mindset that wasn't appealing to me. I never liked getting pushed. My dad pushed me. I wanted to experience everything and make my own choices. I wanted variety, challenge, some of the past with clues to an exciting future. You know, I chased experience in everything I could. It opened and it expanded my mind. You know, like my father before me, I served. But unlike my father, I left the Army at 20. It was mostly a good experience. And it was a satisfying challenge. My abilities to visualize just about anything and simulate ideas and outcomes kind of gives me a edge to excel. Made me stand out as different and, well, not the same. My abilities came from adapting to and surviving childhood trauma. Everyone goes through hardships that are unique to them. Mine was long-lived, secret, and eventually it made suicide seem downright attractive and appealing. But I finally found a psychotherapist, and after 5 years, I'd mentally upgraded and optimized my entire life. It was the hardest and the best thing that I ever accomplished for myself. I figured out ways to use my unique and odd biological DNA, and my experiences became very positive, and it's been an exciting life. That's why I'm still breathing and racing. Yeah, I'm 70, and I still race cars online where it's safe. I'm not what you think. None of us are. We are constantly evolving as a species. It is our process of ascent to a better version of us. And each new generation learns new ways to collaborate and succeed through failure. Learning is key. Truthfully, I learned the most working with women. And women elevated my everything. I mean, women see a bigger, inclusive picture. They plan flexible futures that deal with changes to plans. They include and deal with emotions, fairness, and sharing. I mean, this is a logical mindset that's a win for everyone. Men are simple. I mean, we're easily distracted. We're hunter-protectors. Obviously, a collaboration of both genders would be the fastest evolution. I mean, women are biologically superior to men. Men have one change in life, childhood to adulthood. Women, however, have 3 lives. They have childhood to adulthood, then they have motherhood, making babies, and then that gets turned off biologically, and they transform into teacher, which gives them a longer life than men. Evolution figured out some really smart ways to evolve. Why? Well, evolution realizes the best version is one collaboration. Nature is literally chock full of collaboration. Women see through the haze that men live in. For example, money isn't alive, it's paper. It never makes life worth living. More money never makes a better life. It's a ball and chain. And people stand in line for days thinking everything would be better if they just had more money. Women see through that haze like it's not even there, okay? Let me say this clearly. Money is fake. It's a sham. It's not real. Ignoring our evolution and pretending that the planet is fine is a bold-faced lie. Capitalism is not the way forward to any kind of a real future. It has failed for the last 4,000 years of empire building by rich men. Now, men, this is a fact. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, is insane. It's suicidal. But money doesn't care. It doesn't care at all. Seriously? 4,000 years. I never use money as a metric for anything good in my life. My life has depended on making good choices when there weren't any. And I'm always making the best of anything. This is my life. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am outrageously rich. But not in the way our shared narrative considers rich. I'm rich in real experience, real friends, and real love. I share my experiences, my knowledge, and I've saved friends a lot of money and heartache seeing things that money just never considers. I read a lot of science. I study the best teamwork examples of collaboration, and it's all colored all of my life and relationships with humans and every creature in our biosphere. I see a much bigger picture because I don't let fear have any of my crayons or power in solving my next problem or question. It's a mental attitude that, well, it just cuts through the commercial and the subtext, cuts right through between the lines. I am impervious to capitalism because to me, it has little or no value. I'm that way about anything that's dead. Concentrating on the now, this very moment, is my primary concern. Now, I learned this through studying my failures. And by sharing my failures, I turned lead into gold. Sharing is my superpower, my specialty. So listen up, men. I'm not selling wolf tickets here. I'm doing the dog. So listen up. Specifically, I'm speaking to men here. And over the last 70 years, I've discovered something you need to hear. All men need to hear this. Why? Because you're missing a better, fulfilling life like I did for many years. It's going to be hard to swallow, but by the end, you'll see why I changed. And it'll be obvious why you should too. I promise this is a win-win situation every guy should jump on. So you need to park your ego at the door, and you can take it back when we're done in a few minutes. I had to learn a lot about history. about evolution and about fun. I studied 24/7, 365. Truthfully, we think all the time, just differently when our eyes are closed. Sleeping should be considered as your brain connects everything while your body is resting. Our brains, like our hearts, are always thinking. I love science. I connect everything like dots, and I love a good science peer-reviewed study on everything, anything. Why? Because it's science, and because everything is connected. Evolutionarily speaking, we are moving way, way, way too fast. This internet lifestyle, it is way faster than we were designed to be as humans. It's a customization thing. You know, life is a reflection of what you do with it. You can change. I mean, I did. It wasn't easy. And I had to get over my assumptions. And I had to look at the real data. And I had to look at the real results. So you need to brace yourself. Because the bottom line is women are the superior gender. It's true. You know it. When you think deep down, you realize men are here to just take out the trash. The science is overwhelming, and I spend a lot of time in disbelief, but every time, over and over again, it proves true. Women are smarter. It wasn't a man who discovered Bluetooth. It was a woman working for a man. Yeah. It wasn't men being so natural organizers of things. Here's the thing. Women are born biologically smarter. They just know what to do whenever it needs to be done. Magic in the genes of every single woman on the planet has more mental juju than men could ever imagine. And every day, more science proves it's true. If my audience was purely women, I could just keep going. Sadly, men have shorter attention spans, and we have to stop and let men digest this. But on the next episode, I'll break down the science to mansplain the remarkable advantages women have versus men. And trust me, that manly ego, you need to give that thing a break and take time to prepare for part 2 of Man Up. Thanks for listening to Pansophical Podcast. Pump the brakes. For updates on my latest expat adventures, follow us on Instagram at Pansophical Podcast. All Pansophical Podcast episodes are available in 3 places. On our website, pansophicalpodcast.com/episodes, on Apple Podcasts, and on YouTube at Pansophical Podcast. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, or follow. And if you loved what you heard and you want to make a donation, go to pansophicalpodcast.com/donate right now. Every contribution helps us make better stories, better music, and a groovy Pansophy.